fans, this is Pablo from Muro, Historia. I'm sure that you've noticed the beautiful little mic that we got going on, which means that now I can actually do interviews that have something that is obvious, how to tell someone that they're talking and then back to the host, stuff like that. But I'm sure that you're not interested in the mic, but instead the topic of the video. So, what's the answer? There's not really a straightforward one. You can't answer the question with a simple yes or no. To find the actual complicated and in-depth answer, however, means that we have to investigate. So we're going to put on our investigator clothes and make sure that we can find the clues to the answers. Well, you don't find this funny? Well then, thank God that I didn't decide to be a comedian instead. Alright, I'll just go and change out of this in one moment. Okay, enough of that silliness. Now let's actually look at some of the stuff that we can use to calm down some of our fears. There's a lot of questions about whether BIONICLE is going to last after 2016, if it's just going to end at the end of 2016. Some of the proof that's presented is that, a lot of toy stores are not stocking all of the BIONICLE sets. Worries about how sales are going. Now, it's true that LEGO sometimes has lines that are designed to last less than 3 years. Lines that are based on movies, TV shows, Scooby-Doo, Jurassic World, Pharaoh's Quest, which was just a LEGO line. Those were designed to last either 1 year or 2 years. But lines that have a storyline behind them, so Chima, Ninjago, Hero Factory, BIONICLE, are designed to last at least 3 years, more or less. The reason why is because if you cancel one of those lines, you need to have a lot of time to replace it with something. So, for example, the decision to end BIONICLE in G1 actually came from LEGO in 2008. The decision to end Hero Factory came in 2012. Now, those lines, respectively, ended actually in 2010 and 2014, but the reason why the decision came 2 years before is because it gave LEGO 2 years to create a replacement. So, if LEGO suddenly decided to cancel at the very end, BIONICLE at the very end of 2016, then they would effectively be left with 2 years with no construction storyline. Plus, we already heard from New York Comic Con that the creators had planned at least 3 years, up until 2017. So they have story and sets for at least 1 more year. So because of that, it probably wouldn't make sense for them to just cancel the line flat out in 2016 with no backup plan whatsoever. So, at least we can answer one question. BIONICLE is not gonna end after 2016. Main reason why, LEGO would need to be looking at the sales figures from the beginning of 2015, which is virtually impossible, and they wouldn't have a replacement in time, effectively, cutting their construction line for 2 years. So, nope, BIONICLE is not going to end at the end of 2016. However, the question is then what's going to happen after 2017? We've heard that they have stuff planned until 2017. What about after that? Well, that's where the answer to the question, as the title of the video says, gets a little bit murkier. Obviously, with the G1 of BIONICLE, BIONICLE basically saved LEGO from bankruptcy. It was a line that was born alongside the big use of the internet and kind of rode the coattail of the popularity of the internet. It also effectively used comics, books, movies. I think by the height of its popularity, it was about 60% of American boys who'd heard of the name BIONICLE. So obviously, BIONICLE doesn't exist in that vacuum anymore, right? It's competing against Ninjago, Nexonites, the success of LEGO through the LEGO movie, through new video games, through more lines. So it's not as easy to measure BIONICLE's success. However, there are things that we can do personally to ensure at least a little bit more the BIONICLE will continue after 2017. And here they are. So there's 2 ways that we can hopefully make sure the BIONICLE continues after 2017. That's sales and data. What do I mean? Well, first off, when it comes to sales, LEGO is a business. That's the bottom line. So the sale of sets is really what interests them. So if you can buy the sets, buy them. even if you're not that excited about a specific line, then find sets that have the pieces that you need. The ones that have pieces that you could use more of. Even the sets that seem mildly interesting and maybe you have an extra few dollars to spare to buy that set, buy it. Because those numbers of sales do reach Lego. Now, the next advised solution thing that I'm going to give, I ask you to take it with a grain of salt and be very, very careful. I'm not sure if this is the best and or official way to do it. So, if it's not, and Lego finds out that I'm saying that this is the way to do it, and even I don't know that it's the way to do it, they could pounce on me, which I know nobody wants, least of all, me. But anyways, this is where I'm going to ask you to tread lightly. If the sets are not available in your toy store, call up the sales representative, call up staff from the toy store and ask them what's going on. When are the sets coming? Do you have any more information? If there's somebody that's a Lego contact of some sort, ask them, because that information then would get to the different levels and show that there is demand for BIONICLE. So that takes care of sales. Now for data, it's interesting because, as I said before, we don't live in the same time that BIONICLE existed 10 years ago with the internet. We live in a different time. So posting on BZP, TTV, El Muro, Historia, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, allows Lego to see that there are still people interested in BIONICLE and that data online reaches them. I think the best example that I can give is the Journey to One Netflix series. And I'd say, the best thing to do is to watch it officially on Netflix. Why? We can watch it illegally on Facebook, on YouTube, right? And we are consuming the product. We are consuming what we as fans enjoy. But then the numbers of us watching that don't reach Lego. Obviously, it's annoying to have to, dish out a few bucks to buy the monthly subscription for Netflix. But if you watch the Journey to One on there, those numbers from Netflix officially reach Lego. And that data reaches, and then Lego says, oh, well, X amount of people saw the series. Y amount of people saw it more than twice. Z amount of people saw it 3 times. And those numbers show Lego officially from data from Netflix that people are still interested in BIONICLE. So that's the way that you take care of both sales and data in ensuring that hopefully BIONICLE continues after 2017. So, thank you again, BioFans, for watching another episode of the Chronicler. Now remember, if you enjoyed this video, please let us know in the comments below. That can be, answer your own take on the answer to the question from the video, or other solutions to keep BIONICLE afloat after 2017. As always, if you like the content that we're putting out, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, visit our Blogspot page, all of those wonderful internet sites that are out there and available that are sprinkled out throughout the interwebs. No, but in all seriousness, thank you again so much for continuing to watch our content. So, from Pablo, from El Muro, Historia, this is once again a goodbye, and I'll see you later to all the BioFans out there. So, see you later, BioFans. Bye-bye.